Hi everyone, and welcome to another video. Today's gonna be a little sit-down video, and it's also going to be the first video of my Vlogmas, Bookmas series, whatever it is, where I'm going to post a video not every day, but every, I think, 4 or 5 days. I have it planned out on my laptop, just because I don't post consistently in the first place. Why do we think I can post every day for Vlogmas? I can't, is the answer. But today is the first video for that, and today's video is going to be all the books I want to read before the end of the year, which is essentially my December TBR because it's the end of November. Now this is going to seem really optimistic, as you can see by the books there, and I have a few in my lap. This is going to seem really optimistic because I am making a reading blanket this year, as you may or may not know, and I have it set up so that there are 13 squares in every row. So therefore I need to finish a row, which means I need to read 18 more books this month, or this year. So I need to read 18 books in December pretty much, because I don't think I'm going to finish any in November, because the month is basically over. So it's optimistic. I'm going to read some on my Kindle, but these are the physical books that I want to read before the end of the year. Excuse the packing boxes. My family's also moving in December. Yes, we just moved this summer. Let's not talk about it. It's fine. So let's get into the video and let's talk about these books that I want to read before the end of the year. So first, we'll do the one sitting on my lap. These are the last 2 books in the Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac series. Low-key, I'm so over this series. It took me like months to read the 3rd book. But I want to get back into the Zodiac Academy series, so I just want to finish these 2. They're quick enough reads that like when I sit down and actually read them, they're fast. It's just like the 3rd book, I was like so over it because not a single thing is happening in the plot. It's just circling and circling and circling, which is kind of what's happening in the Zodiac Academy series, to be honest, but I like the characters better. I just love Darcy and Lance, let's be honest. And I just don't really care for the characters in this one, really. So I want to read these 2, get it over with, and get back into the Zodiac Academy series. So that's these 2. The next one is Throne of Jade. This is the 2nd book in the Temeraire series. I read the 1st book back in January and I really liked it, but I just never picked it up, and then I got this one a few months ago and I'm like, I should probably read the 2nd book still in this same year, so I like make a little bit of a dent in that series because I think it's 7 books long. So I have this one and I'm gonna read this one hopefully, and I'm so excited to get through this series because all the spines line up and they make a dragon and it's fantastic. So I want to read this one. This is kind of like a historical fantasy. It takes place during the French and British War, I think. Napoleon, yeah. So I am enjoying it. And the dragons talk, and I didn't like it at first, but low-key I love the dragons, so I don't mind. The next 2 books, as you can tell, there's a theme. I want to continue series. The next 2 books in the Addicted series, or Addicted Calloway Sisters series, whatever that series is called. I read the 1st one. It was good. It wasn't anything crazy, but I've heard people like love this series so much, and I'm really excited to get to Daisy and Reich. So I want to read these 2. And the 1st book took me like a day to read. So I anticipate them being quick reads as well. And you can see behind me I have more of the series, but I'm not that optimistic to think that I can get through more than 2. The next one, there's a sticky note on it, is The Driver's Clothes Lie Empty. It's very short. I don't know anything about this book, but my boss at the bookstore gifted me a copy when we got some into the store because she really likes it. And as I said, I'm moving soon, so I would like to be able to read this before I move so I can talk to my boss about it. So I'm hoping to start this one soon. It's only 216 pages. So, and then the final 3 books. Wow, this is a very speedy video. I didn't realize. But the final 3 books I want to read are monsters. Yep, I'm in for some emotional devastation, but I've read these already. So I started a reread of the Throne of Glass series this year, and I've just been going at it very slowly because I work at a bookstore. We're supposed to be reading new books, so I'm like trying not to do a ton of rereads, even though I love a reread. I love a reread. I'm reading Queen of Shadows right now, finishing that one. And then I want to finish my reread before the end of the year. Therefore, I've got to read these bad boys before the end of the year. which is fine because, like I said, they're all rereads. I'm so excited for Empire of Storms. Honestly, these last 3 books are so good. I don't care what you say about Tower of Dawn. Tower of Dawn is so good. Leave my baby alone. It's not my baby, actually. Empire Storm is my baby. But I love Tower of Dawn too. Other than, you know, when you get to the cliffhanger of Empire of Storms and then you have to read all of Tower of Dawn. That sucked for the first time reading it, but on the reread it won't be as bad because I know what happens. But yes, so I need to finish my reread of these babies. Just my issue is, as I'm making this reading blanket, so I'm making it out of granny squares, and if it's a reread, I do the outside in white, and I don't want 2 white squares touching, so I need to break up these books with other books. So like I'm gonna finish Queen of Shadows, and then I'll read one of these bad boys, and then I'll read Empires of Storm, and then read Empires of Storm, Empire of Storms, and then read one of these, and then Tower of Dawn, and then one of the non-books, and then yeah, back and forth. So that is a bit of an issue, but it'll be fine. But now trying to read all of these in December. Oh, and on top of these, my book club that I run online, there will be a link to it in the description if you're interested. I run it on Discord with my friends. We're reading, I think we're reading Deadly Ever After in December. The vote isn't done, but I think that one's winning. And then I'm also reading Good Spirits by B.K. Borison for the Bookstores Book Club, and I might be reading The Academy by Ellen Hildebrandt also for my Bookstores Book Club. So I do have those as well. Do we think I'm delusional? Don't answer that question. But yeah, so it'll be a busy month because I have all these books. My family is moving on the 16th, which is also my last day of work. So I go to work, and then we're moving to Charlotte, North Carolina. Well, not exactly Charlotte, outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, that day. And then we are also planning to go up to New York for Christmas. So there'll be a lot of car trips where hopefully I can read. I wish I had Spotify Premium. I have Spotify Premium. I wish I was the account holder because then I could listen to audiobooks on my drive. But I'm not the one driving to New York, so I should be able to read during that 10-hour trip. So hopefully that'll help me make a dent. But yeah, these are all of the massive books that I am planning to read before the end of the year. And we'll have an update at the end of the month, end of the year, whether or not I got to these. I am going to get to 18 books. It's going to happen. Whether or not it's going to be these are not 18 books. Whether or not it's going to be these, I don't know. But 18 books will be read because I need to, for my blanket to be a blanket. So that is all for this video. It's a little chaotic, a little bit, well, very chatty. But I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you stick around for the rest of Vlogmas, Bookmas, whatever I'm calling it. I don't know yet, because I'm not vlogging every day, but not all the books are also, but also all the videos aren't going to be Bookmas or book-ish. So I don't know what I'm going to call it, but whatever it is, you'll see it in the title. But thank you for watching, and I will see you somewhere else on the internet. Bye!